Hello everyone, welcome to day 2 of the Forks Over Knives challenge. So I am making a recipe that sounds like it would be super yummy. And the reason that I'm making this recipe is because the last time Anthony and I went grocery shopping, we bought some mung bean sprouts and they're just chilling in the refrigerator and need to be eaten. So, can I have that bag?
No.
Thank you.
I'm using it.
Yeah, you are. In case you don't know what a mung bean sprout looks like, that's what they look like. They look a lot like a soybean sprout too, except the soybean sprouts are yellower. But yeah, they're starting to get a little bit sprouty. You see the little green thingies starting to sprout on there. So anyways, they're still fine. They smell fine. That's what we judge mung bean sprouts on, is whether they're slimy and whether they smell fine. They're not slimy and they smell fine, so therefore they're good. But I had mung bean sprouts, and there's a bunch of recipes in here that call for mung bean sprouts. I was kind of shocked, to be honest with you. I didn't even think there would be one, let alone a bunch, and there was a bunch. So I decided this one sounded super awesome, which it was only the second one that I looked at, so I'm sure the other ones maybe would have been fine too. But we're making this one right here, the Indonesian fried noodles. So you're supposed to make 12 ounces of brown rice noodles and just cook them according to instructions. I'm actually going to make the soybean pasta. 2 reasons. One, it's got a much more robust nutritional profile. I mean, just seriously, there's protein in here, there's lots of fiber in here that's really super healthy for you, and it's super filling. Whereas the rice pasta it's great. I mean, I don't have anything against brown rice pasta, but I think that if this was more readily available everywhere, like at all grocery stores, it's just stocked everywhere, you know, because you can get brown rice pasta just about everywhere. If this was the case with this particular pasta, I'm guessing that you probably would be, I mean, a lot more cookbooks would probably use this simply because it's so healthy for you. I'm going to use that. The water is still thinking about boiling. It's not done that yet. Anyways, so this is pretty straightforward recipe. You mix some saucy stuff together, you cook some vegetables, and you then put it together. Ta-da! Top it with some onions. It's not too tough. So I'm pretty excited about that. So the first thing I'm going to do, there's an onion chopped up there. It's actually just half of an onion. Some cabbage and carrots. Normally we buy the coleslaw already ready to go. A lot of times it's significantly cheaper probably to just buy the cabbage and the carrots the way that they are and shred them yourself, but that's not always going to happen. So that's already pre-shredded, comes in a bag ready to go. I did chop it up a little bit smaller so that it wouldn't be super big. And then some mung bean sprouts that I chopped up a little bit. The mung bean sprouts don't go until towards the end because you don't really want to cook them very much. So, sauce, this is actually, there's one thing about, there's very few ingredients. This is not a very tough recipe at all. However, yeah, so I got the soy sauce under control, no problems, we got that. And then the next thing calls for 2 tablespoons of date molasses or brown rice syrup. I have had brown rice syrup in the past, and nobody in my house would eat it because they didn't like it. So I haven't bought any in a long time. So I don't have any brown rice syrup, and I don't have any date molasses. So I do have 2 forms of sugary type substances. I've got a regular molasses, and I've got pure cane sugar that my boys use. It was on, it doesn't expire. Like, these things last forever. It was on clearance. I was super excited about that. Anyways, I think that date molasses would probably be significantly sweeter than regular molasses. So I'm not going to use that. I'm going to go ahead and use this. I kind of wish I had the brown rice syrup, but like I said, nobody in my house would eat it because, anyways. So 3 tablespoons of this, 2 tablespoons of this. I'm going to put that in a bowl and whisk it together. The next ingredient is tomato paste. Super straightforward. Got some organic tomato paste. It's a tablespoon of this. The next ingredient, which is the last one that goes in your sauce, I'm going to use, it calls for sambal ulek, which is just garlic chili sauce. It calls for 1 to 2 tablespoons. I'm going to use half of a teaspoon, and that might be too much for me, to be honest with you. Maybe I should use a little less than half of a teaspoon. I am the biggest wuss when it comes to spicy stuff. So, just so that you know, when you make the recipe, 1 to 2 tablespoons. Yeah, no, that's just not going to happen. I will use a scant half of a teaspoon. That would be ridiculous for me. I couldn't imagine that much heat in something. My taste buds are way too sensitive for that. So anyways, mix up your sauces, get a little whisk it up, and put it together. Not super complex. So I only need to cook the vegetables for like a total of 3 or 4 minutes, not very long. So it says combine your sauces and garlic. Oh, sorry, the garlic goes in the sauce too. 3 cloves of garlic. And then in a large skillet over high heat, add the onion, cabbage, and carrot and stir fry for 2 to 3 minutes. Add water 1 to 2 tablespoons at a time to keep the vegetables from sticking. And then add the soy sauce mix and cook for a minute. And then add the cooked noodles and the mung bean sprouts. Toss well, which means you would have taken off the heat probably at that point. Like I said, you don't really want to cook the mung bean sprouts. And serve with green onions chopped up on top, which we don't ever buy green onions because we have 3 pots out back growing green onions in them. So but our green onions are like massive, so I just pulled 2 of them from the pot out back. So we don't ever have the whites because obviously the white's in the pot and the greens grow up out the top, so we just use the greens. And it does say the white and green parts, so I don't have any whites, but oh well. All right, okay, that was a big huge story about how to make this food. I will come back and show you what it looks like in just a little bit. Can I have the roll up thingies? So my husband, like I said, went to visit my daughter, and there's an HEB down there, and I don't know if you can get this at other stores or not. You probably can. I've not seen it anywhere else, but maybe I haven't looked well enough either. But there's these little jicama tortillas. They're just little. They're like the size of a street taco. But it's really, really, really thinly sliced jicama. These things are awesome. They're so much fun. Anyway, Anthony made some for me. So I'm going to take those with me as like an appetizer. They're not very filling because they're really super skinny. But this has shredded cucumber, shredded carrot. Here, come down and see. And a little bit of guacamole in there. So I am just beyond super excited about this. I'm actually probably going to munch on these while I am cooking and then get ready to go to work. So anyways, I'm super excited. He had that for supper. It says there's 8 in there, and there's apparently like 11 or 12. Apparently their machine can't count. So, alrighty. That's it for me for now, guys. I'll be back with you guys in just a few minutes to show you what the food looks like, and I'll do a quick taste on it just to make sure that it tastes absolutely wonderful. But all the ingredients in here are great, so can't imagine it not. All right, I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, so I am done. I have not tried this, but it smells really yummy. So I've got my nice little plate of pasta with all my little veggies and some green onions on top. Super exciting. Let's give this a try. So I ended up using like 1/4 teaspoon of the sambal lek, and I tasted the sauce before I put it on there, and it was great. Like really, really tasty. That's very good. That's tasty. Obviously, anybody that has more of tolerance for heat than I do, add some more. That's plenty for me. That 1/4 teaspoon was perfect. Alrighty, guys. I gotta go put this together in a dish so I can go to work. I've got 1 dish already ready to go, but I'm gonna have to squish it to get it to go in there, but that's okay. It'll be fine. All right, I will see you guys again in the morning for some more exercise. Hi, guys. So I am home, and that noodle stuff was amazing. Oh my gosh, it was so good. On my way to work last night, I stopped at the store. I really, really want to find a pumpkin hummus that Aldi's has, and I did not find it. But I did find one that is a vanilla bean dessert hummus. This one does not have oil in it. There's a brownie batter one as well, and it has oil in it. This one does have coconut milk, but it doesn't have coconut oil. The other one had coconut oil in it, so no oil in here. It's not, let's say 2 tablespoons are 50 calories, 1 gram of fat. So, I mean, it's not super unhealthy or anything. Anyways, so I bought 2 of them because it's vanilla bean. I mean, of course it's gonna be wonderful, right? And everybody at work tried it. One of the ladies had banana chips, so it doesn't go with banana chips. It's not right for banana chips. However, it's good. Oh my gosh, this stuff is so, so tasty. Oh my goodness, super excited. So I'm gonna have that for breakfast with an apple. But I'm gonna go work out now. My husband is not interested in working out today. He is very sore. He said he did not sleep well, so he's gonna take a nap this morning, which is totally cool. But I can't figure out how to get the TV to work. I'm so not literate when it comes to our television. He's got something up on the internet that he's watching, a video that he's been watching with my son, and I'm not exactly sure how to make it come off so that I can use it to be on the internet. Yeah, so anyway, I know how to push the button to change to the different locations on the TV, like they want to play the Wii, or they want to play a DVD, or they want to play on the internet. I know how to do that part, but I don't know how to take what's on the internet back off so I can use the internet. There's no buttons on there, and none of the buttons that I pushed did anything. So I'll have to ask my husband how that works. So retarded. Anyways, whatever. So I'm gonna just bring it up on my phone. I'm gonna go do the Grim Reaper, and I wanted it on the screen so I could talk to you about it real quick because I did it yesterday. The tricep dips type ones were not as bad on my elbow as I thought they would be. My elbow still hurts. I've been wearing the brace pretty much all the time when I'm awake. It's not horrible. It's just not good, but it's not horrible. Anyway, and I did use my little wrist guards when I was doing it so that my wrists don't get sore. I'm the biggest wuss there ever was, apparently. Anyways, so there was the butterfly sit-ups where I did them, and I did them just fine. But I was kind of impressed that I was able to do them. Granted, there was only 5, and you just did the thing 3 times, so whatever. But yeah, so that actually was better than I thought it would be. I don't remember. We'll have to talk about it in a couple of days. But anyways, I'm going to go exercise. We did 3 sets yesterday. I'm going to do 3 sets again today. And then tomorrow we will do a weights day. And then on day 4, we will do back to the Grim Reaper again. And then I will probably try and push for 4 sets. I'm not going to go 3 to 5. I'm just going to go 3, 4, 3, 4 for a while, maybe. And then 5. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Alrighty, that's it for me for today. This was a long video anyway. Sorry it was so long. I will talk to you guys again tonight. Hope you're having a great day.